Hey everyone, I'm Mike. This is my channel. While I talk about that real quick, I am kind of still undecided on the name. It's Mikey Speed R. I've had that forever. It's like my eBay name too, and a bunch of other things. But give me suggestions on channel name. I'm budget oriented. I like just basically another man's trash is one man's trash is another man's treasure. So that's kind of me. But yeah, we're here at my house. Currently, that's my truck, and I'll flip the camera around and I'll show you. I guess I can't. Well, so basically, I'm here at my house, and I have the 6-liter here. It's an iron block 6-liter. It is there, and I have to get that into my truck, and I don't have an engine hoist here, so that's gonna be fun. So currently figuring out a plan. So here's the engine. It is 6-liter. It's iron block, so I mean it's an LQ4 would it be called, because it does have dished pistons. It's not a flat top. Flat top would be LQ9, a little higher output. But anyway, LQ4, it is basically what I consider a Gen 3.5. So it's a Gen 3 block, as you can tell, because it's got center knock sensors and rear cam sensor, and it doesn't have a crank sensor. Crank sensor is usually black because it's 24x design, and the reason I call it 3.5 is all of the head bolts are the same length. So that's like a later thing. That's what they did in all the Gen 4 motors. And then also it has Gen 4 internals. It's got the stronger rods and their floating wrist pin design. So that's why I call it 3.5, because it looks like a Gen 3, but it's actually a Gen 4 internally. Yeah. So I currently have little engine stands on it to support it in the truck. So I mean, it's a short block, but it's an iron block, so we're talking excess of 200 plus pounds here. If it was just an aluminum block engine with just the block, I could probably do it. I could probably pick it up in the truck, no problem. But because it still has crank rods, pistons, and the block itself, this is a heavy son of a gun. So I'm currently trying to figure out a plan how to get it in the truck. Alright, this is probably up there with the sketchy stuff I've done. I jacked it up, put it on 4 jack stands. You can see it's pretty close. I actually had to take the oil pan off. It hung underneath of the rails. So now what I'm going to do is take the air out of the tires of the truck, and that should give me enough room. Hopefully. In theory. Let's try. Air to the tires. And I know it doesn't look on this side because the motor's canted, but it's gonna work. Tilt the motor, straighten out the motor a little bit, and it'll slide right on. Thought that was a pretty good idea. Also happens to be one of the windiest days so far this year, but we won't worry about that. Alright, let's get it loaded. Load it up. Now I have to move some cars around, put back in my driveway, and after that, get my stuff together, and we'll be on our way to the shop. Didn't film much today. Just been running around doing other odds and ends around here with my buddy. I actually found out this truck needs a head gasket, so we were trying to scramble and find parts and stuff, and went out to lunch and a bunch of other things. Anyway, engine's here. I actually got off the trailer, no problems. He's got an engine hoist here. Didn't take an hour to load it like at the house, but put it on stand. I actually had it outside. I cleaned it cleaned it a good bit. Had some spray 9, hit it with some spray 9. Everything actually looks pretty good. I was going to pull the pistons today and gap the rings. That's why they're actually, I label them real quick. And then I forgot we don't have a, we don't have a ring filer here. So I'm not sitting by hand, file the rings. So I'm not going to do that today. This actually might be a kind of short video since we were dealing with some other stuff today. But, I mean, the engine's here, and my 5.3 is over there. That one. That's one. Not that one. And, so yeah. So I actually have to pull the cam out of that and put that cam in here. I want to change the valve seals on the heads I'm going to use. There are 799 cylinder heads, but they're going to go on this. They're actually going to bump the compression a little bit instead of the 317s that are normally on 6 liters. 799 heads. I've had them for a while. They're not ported or anything, but I want to put fresh valve seals on it. Just check the springs, make sure there's nothing wrong with them. They're BTR 660s, but I just want to make sure there's nothing wrong with them. Yeah, so I want to do that. I already have a set of 6-liter gaskets for it. I do have to buy new lifters. Kind of debating if I want to buy an oil pump or not. I literally have no idea how many miles are on this motor, but all I know it's a 6-liter and it's got Gen 4 internals. Oh god! See the square rod? You can tell it's if usually you if you look quick, it's a square rod versus a rounded rod. A rounded rod's like a Gen 3. I don't have any around here to show you, but anyway. So yeah, that's literally all I know about it. And it's an LQ4 based on, it's got the pistons dished, and it's got the pistons dished, and it's got valve reliefs. If it was the LQ9, it would be a flat top with no valve reliefs. So yeah, just gonna clean up a little bit here. I got the factory balancer off. So last part, channel name suggestions. Anybody, like I said earlier in the video, anybody's got any suggestions? I'm open to suggestions. Put down in the comments. Let me know. Like I said, pretty much it for today. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll be like every other YouTuber. And be sure to smash that like button and hit that bell. Nah, I can't do that. Can't get into that. Just basically just doing this for my own, anybody interested in doing Drag Week, this is something they're probably going to watch. So, alright, anyway, see you guys later.